This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
I mean, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It is Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about.
We're talking about Manchester United.
Yes, people, this is Manchester United we're talking about. Did anyone guess? I wonder if you did guess. Big up if you come over from McGow as well. This is my channel, my personal channel. So if you want to subscribe, it's up to you. This is a lot Man United based, but if you want to see where I get some absolute head loss later in the season, this is the channel to come towards, and also Never a Foul. So that's that, isn't it? But we got this MBEUMO stuff that we got to talk about more in depth. This GYOKERES, Ojogo, I'm going to take that one, but apparently the stuff to Arsenal's collapsed. I don't believe it. It's probably agent driven, but I did see something a lot earlier as well that, he hasn't actually rejected United. And we already know this, but they've reassured that that's not the case. It's just that Arsenal getting up. We'll talk about it because I saw more Watkins details this morning, but with everything that went on, I feel like we can say a little something as we are, but let me just explain what's going to be spoken about first. And then also this sell-on clause with Alanga and Alvaro Fernandez. Juicy. But first and foremost, I haven't said nothing. You might see my video. You might not. Yeah, basically my camera's decided to turn off as well. Give me a sec. Oh my God, what a mare. This is what happens with the weather, man. Oh. This is what happens with the weather. But smash the likes. Yeah, you see my reaction earlier on Never a Foul. I don't know if I need to address it, but I want to. So yeah, as you know, like Diogo Jota passed away. It's a shame. Very talented individual. It's especially got me upset. If you saw my reaction on my first video earlier, I had to come off camera just for like 2 seconds. It's like, when someone passes away and you know that they've got little kids, 3 little kids in his situation, just got married to his teenage love. You got to think of his parents as well and their family and everyone around. It's not just him, it's his brother as well, who's I think is a little bit younger. It's just, life is short. So the only way to do it and live it is to the best of your abilities, and make sure you tell everyone that you care about, that you love them. So yeah, rest in peace. And then hopefully we remember the 3rd of July going forward. It's just a sad day for football. And you know what? Not just him, there's also a Palestinian footballer that passed away as well. And also, I believe, a Nigerian footballer that also passed away as well. So I think it's important to remember that there are other people in the world as well, bar obviously Diogo Jota. And if there are footballers that are maybe not as well known, should also, if you see a little something, might as well pass your respects as well. So anyways, down to the football stuff. I didn't go live earlier. People didn't know that. I usually do, but I just wasn't in the mood. It's just weird, isn't it? It's just it's a weird feeling around football YouTube. Not the greatest in terms of upbeat. Absolutely a fanatic. You know what I mean? It's just moody, it's down, and that's respective. But Man United must continue, and we must pay the bills because we got no choice. Brentford has won the war, by the way, people. They've won the war. I saw something earlier with Laurie Whitwell and other little bits and bobs, and I think Ben Jacobs might have spoken it with on obviously Goldenmort's channel. So he was talking about along the lines of, Brentford have made this gamble of setting firm a certain price, and the second bid, why it took so long in terms of just to reject it, we found out 2 days later that they've actually not rejected it, but they want more in a sense. They haven't exactly rejected the proposal, but as we know, and we're well informed of all of this stuff, that they reckon that United would definitely bump up more. They obviously spoke about 70 million, and they said, oh well, Spurs have bid 70 million. Laurie Whitwell for reference, and that was fake news. United didn't buy that. And now it's up to United if they want to stand firm. And of course, they definitely improved the package, allegedly, anyways, that they're going to set, that was meant to be set. You know, I got told United District that Dylan Geezer was meant to be reliable. And he got some stuff and he called out the MBEUMO interest before. Guess what? That was wrong. That was shit. United District, whatever your name is, bin, not a good source for me no more. And I don't even know why I gave it a chance in the first place. It's just someone that's got a flipping website and it makes them look like they got absolute infinite sources of information. Clearly not. Tier 8 for me. Long story short, well played Brentford. And this is why United need to learn, especially when it comes down to Wilcox, because this is what happens when, look, I'm not against Jason Wilcox and the way he's done stuff. I like the players that United are approaching. But when you've got like an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer type stuff, when you're learning on the job, this is what's happened, and this is why it's strung out for so long. And I'm not saying he's not capable of doing it. He's been a director of football at Southampton. But this is Man United. This is a whole different kettle of fish. They know United was going to pay up. They know United was going to make a new proposal. Every single day, we're getting told different sources of information, right? And now it's got to the point where it's like, oh, it's positive talks. Oh, you know, the next bid looks like it's going to be the one, this, that, blah, blah. Just basically gaslighting us fans into thinking that something's been approved when it really hasn't. And it's the same shit. You know, they've made more phone calls today. Yeah, great. So why is it taking so long? Why does it take hours and hours and hours? Yeah. Or phone calls to say, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put 2.5 million more down. What do you want? What are you happy with? What is something that you think they're going to accept? Because now United's gamble is their next offer is basically going to be the final offer, or they're going to walk away. That's what I've actually read up. And I don't know how credible that would really be. But United must see this one through. Because if Brentford stand firm, United are really in a pickle. And they really want the 70 million, knowing that United's really going to pay up all that money, which is going to be the 70 million that allegedly that they want. I still think that they can get, I don't know. I think it's going to be 65 million. Apparently, they want a lot of the 62.5 million as guarantees, exactly like Cunha. They don't want 55 million. They want something close to that. So United must have to do something where it's probably, my thoughts is it's going to be 60 million plus 5 million in add-ons. That's what I believe. I don't know what you guys believe, but I'm getting so bored of this situation. I'm so bored of it now. Like, it's nearly what, Friday? We got told it should be wrapped up by the end of the week, right? Friday's today. We got told by Muppeteers that a bid was meant to be going in the first 1 or 2 days, yeah? And that was back on Monday. It's now Thursday. We don't know anything. It could have been submitted yesterday. It could have been today even. It's just that the news that's been relayed is going to probably be what? Be Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. Some sort of bomb is going to have to come out at some point. I think we can all get generally a little bit excited as United families say, thank the Lord, like, it's done. It's done. Alhamdulillah, it's done. Yeah? But we need to see if they're going to accept the proposal. And I don't know about you lot, I've got a lot of PTSD with United, a lot of it, somewhere at the back of my mind, and I really do want to be positive. Something just tells me that they're going to reject it again, because United ain't put up enough yet again. You know, and I know United do need to maybe be strong and not taking a piss out of, but this is where they got to get a little bit creative, and I think they have, because you're tight on cash. We'll see what happens with the MBEUMO, but when I see Man United fans, which not rivals, Man United fans, when I'm seeing Elanga, especially Elanga, before that new bid comes in, we need to make sure that they don't get an ask for 60 million, because they're going to start thinking, well, hold on, if Elanga's worth 60 million, then MBEUMO's definitely worth 70 million. We're going to talk about, oh yeah, you know what, Newcastle fans, thank you very much. You're going to give us about 8 to 10 million for Elanga. That's going to be it. What do you mean we need to use extra funds for the MBEUMO stuff? Fuck all of that. That's just stupid logic. It's stupid logic. Get the deal done. So that means when they look at other prices, when Chelsea start requesting 50 millions for flipping Noni Madueke to Arsenal, and then when Elanga, they request 60 million instead of 55 or 50 plus 5, that means you're going to give Brentford way more leverage to say, my play is better than both of them, because they're going off statistics. If you haven't read up, by the way, they say, look at the stats and look what he's providing. We know you need him. You're going to have to pay up one way or another. And you know what? The extra funds that might come from Elanga, potentially, he's not given. They're going to definitely negotiate through, which we'll talk about, and what it can really bring to United, because we need the funds, right? Correct? So on that notice, let's see. It's just, please, I just want to break. And when I see United fans, by the way, let me go back to that. And I'm going to go through all your comments. It's just a little bit of a rant, right? When I see United fans saying he's not worth even 70 million, in my eyes, in today's market, right, when I'm hearing that Martinelli could go to Al Nassr for like 77 or 73 million quid, something stupid like that, I'm seeing Arsenal fans requesting 70 million for Martinelli if someone wants to go and buy him. Oh my God. And I'm seeing all these other prices that I mentioned, even Gittins, what is he, 48 plus 3.5 millions, whatever. That's like 50 million package, whatever. João Pedro's for 60s. Then yeah, MBEUMO's worth 70 million in today's market. It's not exactly overpaying. But if United don't get this one over the line, it's not going to go down well. And my trust within Ineos is going right in the flipping bin. Right in the bin. And I've been a big advocate for them as well. And I don't really want to twist this into something positive where I say, oh, we didn't want to get, taking a piss out of, good on them. Fuck that. Forget all of that, man. You want to talk about being ambitious? Go be ambitious. Hurry up. Make sure they don't reject. So that's my little bit on it. Yeah, I know Saudi prices are silly, but there's a need. But I'm seeing even a good majority, by the way, and I follow a good majority. They're asking for more from Saudi. If you're going to sell to Saudi, ask for more than 77 million. It's a madness. Anyways, big up to anyone that's in here. There's 322 of you locked in the house, and it's much appreciated. And if anyone wants to like the video, you're doing me absolute wonders. I usually put it in a poll because it gives people a reminder as they come on an entry. So if I do that right now, it might remind you further down the line if you have liked the video or not. It's a Thursday night. It's actually quite nice and it's quite cool this evening, isn't it? So if you can get me to 100 likes, I swear down, it's much blessed. Get your comments in though. Get any questions in before I start moving on to other stuff, because I've seen this. I'm afraid. It's not that I'm afraid, but I do wonder what United are capable of doing if things do go correct. Because there is a lot of outgoing talk, just not enough action. Big up Atro, I see you. If anyone wants to join the Discord and you're brand new, this is my Discord, or our Discord even. Never a Foul Discord is down here, and it's for all fans. It's not toxic. It's really good chat. It's good banter, and everyone's. I like to say there's a really good click in there at the moment. And we all talk pretty much every day. I'm in there every single day. You can ask anyone that's here. Marpeteer said Elanga out 8 million and Alvaro 15 to 20 million. What? How much? What release clauses on Alvaro? Oh yeah, we got 40-50%. I thought it was 20. Cool. All right, you just got me gassed. All right, sorry, people. Everything I just said about MBEUMO, go and do it now. Pay the money. Pay the money. Cool. Pay the money. What's this? Oh. Anyways, sorry, there's a Laurie Whitwell thing. Newcastle made 60 million bid for Elanga. Apparently, there's no way of Brentford accepting 60 million for MBEUMO. No, it's 50 plus 5, I think, for Elanga. Just get your comments in about MBEUMO. Ineos failed since they hyped the Glazers survive. I have no idea what you're saying there. Can you, if you don't mind, Saeed, do you mind like extending what you mean by that? They helped the Glazers survive. Oh, I'll get it. Never mind. That's just me acting stupid. Is it 55 plus 5? What, did you put an improved bid? Big up Foxy. Did you put an improved bid? Have I missed something? I might have missed it because I thought it was 55. If it's 55 plus 5, then I think there's a little bit more in there for me. Hey, big up Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle. Is that how you say it? Newcastle. Love that. I'm hearing it. Oh, 55. I love that. Oh, Fabrizio just tweet. Oh, let me get a little bit of gas mode, Giddy. Run me my money. Club optimistic to get the final green light from Nottingham Forest after 55 million bid revealed. I don't know if it's 55 plus 5, but I'm getting a little bit gassed. It's getting a little bit Van der Peaky in here. Love that. Big on Newcastle. Run me my money. Cass, do you think United should be all over the Dumfries deal? You know what? I didn't really get. Of course, I didn't get to talk about it earlier on, but it's an opportunity, isn't it? It's a different dynamic for wingback. If you're looking at a wingback and it's not a Stupinan, I don't know why we're looking at him. I said it time and time. I don't want to see Diogo Dalot. If it's 25 million euros, there's something fishy about that, by the way. How has no one seen that? What's wrong with that deal? Something's gone on, and I don't know what it is. But if United do have the funds for it, I would be all over it. But unfortunately, it's just not a priority, is it? Because we need a central midfielder. There might be potential looking for a centre back, by the way, depending on where the news is gonna go with United and centre backs. I don't know who's going to be outgoing, so I have no idea. I don't see Maguire leaving. I don't see none of the back line leaving. The most likely one might be Maguire, but that would make no sense. He seems quite comfortable. He's got 1 year left. Let him see it out, I suppose. Also, Casimir Petiz, Watkins isn't 60, closer to 50. See, I want to talk about obviously the Watkins and the Gyökeres stuff, because it's good news in a sense in terms of just reporting, but I don't know how credible everything is, because everything is just changing day by day. And sense would tell me, 50 million. Why would United keep seeking out details for Watkins if it wasn't closer to a valuation that United would actually probably entertain, right? Correct? If he's 60 million at 29 years of age, before he's 30, obviously I think it's in December, then they're asking for that in a January kind of like tax bracket of things, because obviously it's more expensive. Then why would he be still 60 when they need wages off their books as well, because they need to comply with the whole UEFA ruling as well, however that seems fit with the revenues and FFP. I don't know. I'm not a genius on that part, but 60 million is just not warranted, is it? And I still think United shouldn't pay 50. I said it's a stretch. I would pay it if it's available, but I think you can definitely tone that down to 45. One thing that we're gonna know is that they're not gonna accept 40 million for him. So that's kind of my valuation ruined. If I was Brentford, seeing Kittens, Pedro Elanga go for 55, 60 million, I'd rate MBEUMO. Be quiet. Stop talking so loud, because you do know football clubs, right? Football clubs, and they have people like social media people that scan social media. They scan content on YouTube. They look at your comments, and I know this as a fact now, by the way. And what I say, what they say, they see what the consensus is around the whole fans, so they can use that as leverage as well within dealings. And they know that, if you don't do a certain kind of deal, then the fans are going to get certainly onto the club, it kind of makes them panic. Do you remember with the whole, it came out recently, I don't know who it was. Was it Andy Mitten? I think he admitted it. Funny with the name, innit? Andy Mitten admitting. Anyways, I'm not a dad, but it's basically a dad joke. When he talked about the Van der Beek situation, we signed Van der Beek so we could shut the fuck up, basically. In as short and sweet as possible, they signed him so we could shut the hell up because we didn't sign Sancho that summer. Funny old game, isn't it? So yeah, everyone's opinions validated to some degree. No, you're going too far. You're going too far. Big up Jack says yesterday's price is not today's price, as Fat Joe said. Yeah. Hello guys, Sancho Gaetano's a Juve fan, if you lot don't know. I hope so. Have you got me a source for that? Because from what I see from Fabrizio, according to Alfredo Peggio, by the way, him and Damasio for Italian sources right now, yeah, his credibility's on the line. He said this stuff is done. Both of them did, by the way. Don't get me gassed. Don't threaten me with a good time. Sancho leaving, I'm over the moon. Give me my 25 million, because it might even get to a point. I said it before. If United need to pay him off half his wages for the year, which is 10 million, let's say 5, so be it. Give what Chelsea gave to us and go get your price that you first, got given for him. What, 25 million? Go collect that. Take the 5, give it to him, pay him off half, and let him go to Juventus. Done. You should be able to afford that. You should be able to accept that. Move on with life, because with his wages saved per year anyway, just save an extra 10 million. People forget that. Even with Rashford, apparently, like with this whole buying, he's open to a buy move. No shit, Sherlock. He's got nowhere. He's not going to Barcelona. It's just not happening. They want Nico Williams. It's mental. These players think they're much better than what they are, and that should tell you everything you need to know in a dressing room of Manchester United of recent in the last 1, 2, 3, 10 years. These lot think they're much better than they are. They all got egos of Ronaldo's and Messi's and all the class players over the last 10 years. And yet alone, and they play like Jembas more time, or if not, they're just inconsistent. Like Di Maria back in the day, and then he became consistent. Rubbish, not good. It's not a good time. Dumfries ain't all that, but 25 million euros to have him as a backup ain't bad. It's a good squad player, but United need first team right now. Because when Ahmad goes, I'm not trying to see the low. I'm really not. I'm hoping this Diego Leon is actually better than, you know, if that mentality talks all there, I hope he's better than how he chats. You know, I'm really hoping that he's decent. Dorgan on the right hand side for a few games. I don't mind it. But Sancho will not drop any wages. Dream on. No, I'm agreeing with you though, Mr. B. We already know that he's not dropping wages, but that's why I'm saying United need to maybe pay him off half of his, you know, or some of his wage for the year so we can make that move to Juventus. So it is, and I think his agent's probably, well, I reckon he's advising that. I think that's just good. I call that good advice. I think that's good business for on his, and it's not for us, but for him. If anything, then, or if not, United's gonna have to drop the price for him. I don't think Elanga is too difficult for Forest to replace. They recruit well lately. Nah, yeah, Forest will definitely have someone you know, definitely on the line to replace. They're looking at that Malik Fofana from Lyon at the moment, and he's just waiting to see if Chelsea are going to make a move for him or somebody else. I can't remember the other team, but if he's not, then I think he's going to give Forest the green light. You know, he's just got to stay fit, and he's definitely better as a footballer. He's definitely better than Elanga. So yeah. Yeah, Damaso has been quite dead. Let's be real. He's been shocking. He used to be he used to be goated on Sky Sports. You know, him and who's the other one? There was a Spanish guy. I can't remember his name anymore. Begins with a G. I can't remember his name. You lot will know better than me. I can't think to say the life of me, but he was top tier journo. Yeah, him. This one here. But yeah, people, there's 400 in the house. How many likes are we on? 99 likes. Cheeky. We're not going to go get a flipping 99 ice cream, are we? So 99 flake. Make sure you go and get this to 100, as Drake said. DeMarzo was fab long before fab. That's his name, Guillem Belag or Belag, whatever his name is. Champions League finalist who got his team to the final, a backup. Yeah. Fight for your place. I wouldn't call it backup, but fight for your place, certainly. But United I don't think we need backups for the season. We need first teamers. That it's basically doing what Arsenal are doing. Like, they're going to get all their backups done and sorted. That's great because they can move on to their targets. You know, we'll talk about that now with Gyökeres. This whole Gyökeres stuff looks like it's back on. It's never been off. You know, it's just all being fluffed by all these journos and all these flipping outlets reporting absolute dog shit, saying that he's rejected us. I thought all along, I actually thought he rejected us. And then I looked again and said, no, he hasn't rejected us. Because you lot in the comments have been gaslighting me. You know, I get a lot of my stuff from you lot because you put copies and pastes into the chat. Yeah. And then I'm like, you know what, got to look at this myself. I know. And he's come up from Ojogo today, or Ojogo, saying that the whole thing with Arsenal and Gyökeres has now collapsed. But then again, if we're going to go off another report as well, it's talking. I think it was Sammy Mockbell, and I don't know how credible this is. Again, it might have been a rubbish rumor, but I'm pretty sure that I saw it as well, saying that, you know, it was from Sammy Mockbell. Said Gyökeres, Arsenal have made more advances for Gyökeres in the last few days. So you got one Portuguese outlet who you can't really rely on, because whether it's Record Portugal or whoever it is, they're just so hit and miss. And they're like aggregators. Sammy Mockbell is an Arsenal reporter, basically, in my mind, and he used to be really good for Chelsea. So this tactic of what Berta's got going on, whatever he's feeding out to some of these journalists, one moment they want Sesko, then it's stalling, and they're looking at Gyökeres again, and it's like a whole circle. And I don't like that no more as a United fan. I'm getting really pissed off. I really want Gyökeres. I really think we still get him potentially, because Amorim's obsessed with this man, right? And I think he'd fit in like a glove. You know, we need a number 9 that's going to be absolutely clinical. You know, he's just going to bury loads of goals. I'm so convinced. But at this moment of time, though, like, when Ollie Watkins is open to joining, when a player's really open to joining and he's viewing you as a first choice, you know, he's ready. You know, there's a World Cup year incoming as well. So all these players that are going to the World Cup or fighting for some sort of place and position in the international team, they're going to up their game. And that's where I look at Ollie Watkins thinking, cool, if we've got a stopgap in Ollie Watkins, considering his age, right? He's 29. He's going to go on 30. He's not going to get any better, is he? This is the package. And you see United earlier, if you saw it, it came out about, 10 o'clock this morning, saying that United have also, again, I think it was from Laurie Whitwell, saying that United have gone back in for fresh contacts with Aston Villa to get more details to understand the Ollie Watkins situation, when yesterday they literally sent out wherever they needed to go and find the details. So whatever they've got at the moment, maybe Muppeteers is correct, but I don't know what it is with me, but any United fan that's more sold on Ollie Watkins at the moment more than maybe Gyökeres because of the safe bet, like the whole safe bet of it all, you know, with his agent pissing around and fucking around all the time, yeah, you're flirting with Arsenal, he wants Arsenal, cool, that doesn't sit well with United fans. I call that an opportunity. If it's there, you go and take it. It's also going to cost a handful as well, by the way, 70, 75 million. We could see this literally dragged out to the end of August. I can see this being dragged out for a long time, and United want to focus on the striker. So, and then there was another report only, yesterday, no, 2 days ago, sorry, saying that now Gyökeres is turning his attention back to United, and now he wants to join us. And obviously that was an absolute shite flipping sort. I was like, I can't even talk about that myself. But this is what the fuel is at the moment before he gets ignited, and then before you know it, there's smoke, then there's fire, and then boom, he goes into another stratosphere of absolute bollocks. I feel like we should just be going for him. You know what? When you look at this whole Delap situation, I'm glad you said that, Omar, by the way. Yeah, it's because you can see why Wilcox wanted to go for him first. 30 million release clause. He chooses us. We don't have to fuck around with all of this stuff. Sorry for swearing, but it is what it is. I have to say it like that. Say it how it is. We're too many pissing around with all of this. And for me, it's like, I want to get the striker sorted during the pre-season. I don't want to wait until the end of the August or mid-August or before we play Arsenal. That's why I'm a little bit more sold on Ollie Watkins. If he's going for like 20 million cheaper, you're going to guarantee you 15 goals. He wants to go to the World Cup, obviously. He might not start, obviously, because Harry Kane's around. But boy, there's a lack of English strikers that are decent. So he's going to up his game. And I'm thinking, cool, he's going to want a good season. You know, not being in a Champions League is a big miss. But you can afford that as being one of the England options as a striker. With Liam Delap, obviously, you can take 3-4 strikers. Rashford looking to boost his profile, not really a number 9. I'm thinking we're going to get a really dangerous Ollie Watkins like he was not last season, but the season before. You know, when you put an arm around a striker, which I think Amram is quite good at, his man management overall. I think he knows how to get the best out of players, but I also believe he knows how to draw out the worst out of players as well. It's like hot and cold. I just reckon he could be that. And I'm kind of sold on that. And I don't mind if you can go and secure him for 45 million, 50 million at a stretch. I think United should go for that more than Gyökeres. Just let Gyökeres fuck around with Arsenal. Forget it. Who cares? I'd rather get the more technical suited player anyways. So better dribbler and whatnot. Just not the finishing part, which we need the most. But what do you lot think about this whole, you know, Gyökeres? Like the deal's on. Amram still wants him. Watkins is there as the alternative. It looks like we're pursuing the alternative. Kind of tells me everything I need to know about this, about Gyökeres. Maybe you really don't want United. The top 3-4 strikers on the market. Oh my God, I saw someone doing Vlahovic prop earlier. Oh, this man scored 10 goals last year. They needed Kolo Muani to bail them out. I couldn't. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Off topic. I don't even want to ever talk about Vlahovic. If I see United entertain Vlahovic, I'd be livid. Luckily, we haven't seen that. The top 3-4 strikers in the market have so much power in their hands. They can play waiting game and get huge wages because everyone in Europe seems to want a number 9. Yeah, the wage part of it all is going to also be a little bit of a factor. You know, like, you know, especially with Man United's kind of situation, we don't really want to be giving out 250k to these players, especially when Gyökeres is what is he on? 40k, 45k, something like that. It's just, why would you want to be paying 5 times the amount? It's just stupid. We need someone who believes in the club's aura. Yeah, maybe. Big up. I see in Blue Moon. I see you right there. Big up. Nice work. The world does feel different today. Well, 100%. I think everyone's got a sense of what reality can really be and really feel like when, you know, we're busy living our lives, and before you know it, boom, snap your fingers, you know, everything can just shut down. Ineos need to make a statement and get Osimhen in. I still want Osimhen, man. I really still want Osimhen. I know he's got the AFCON, but he's just a lamppost. I think he's everything we need, man. I think he just elevates everything we do. If Arsenal want to Sesko, which is stalled, United shouldn't drag it to the end of the window. Put all your money and get him before the start of the season. See, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm kind of at as well. Is like, I don't want United chasing a shadow for so long because he's waiting for another situation to potentially fall on his lap. And that's like being second choice. Look, women don't like that. Men don't like that. And us football fans won't like that. And I'm not saying and all the Broccoli's in the world probably don't like being second choice. And they think they're flipping God's gift, literally first choice to everything, and they deserve everything. Fuck all of that. Get your non-binary ass out of here, man. We're finishing top 4 this season. Big up my guy. Big up Chai, man. Is it Chai or Chi? Let me know. Don't want to say your name different. What else have we got here as well? Use Ahmad as the right 10 and don't waste his talent as a right wing back. Get Dumfries in. That's another way of looking at it as well, Mr. B, you know? Like, if you do want to go down that road, point Ahmad there, then go get yourself a top wing back, maybe. It could be that, but it's Dumfries. I think in possession, he's flipping diabolical, but everything else is just PMP, and he's really good at attacking the box as well. It could be an option. It's a cheap way of looking at it, and it means you can probably go and get yourself maybe a top centre mid. You know, if you've got all that money at your disposal, there's different ways of doing things. I just don't want to waste our time. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of chasing MBEUMO for the last 4 or 5 weeks, and you don't get him over the line. It's nothing short of embarrassing. That's just my opinion, though. Another issue regarding a striker is that we get MBEUMO, we got to sell a few players in the fall to a striker. Well, I'm actually loving that. Omar, it's like you're on the stream with me. You're giving me great segments at the moment with all this selling players. Cass, do you like Rios? Absolutely, absolutely. And apparently we're sending scouts to his game for tomorrow and to get a better idea. He's playing Chelsea. I think we can get a better idea of how he's going to fare against the top side. He's done, you know what, for me, he's been their best player of the whole tournament so far. He's been a beast. Just call me C. I see the Osman train has started. Hey, big pause on that one because I don't know what trains you like, but the one that I think you're talking about, yeah, man, I don't mind jumping aboard that ship personally. But yeah, why would we get Dumfries when we don't even know if the fraud survives this season? True, very true. Yeah, we're all on Rios watch tomorrow. We're all on Rios to watch tomorrow. Where United offered Duran on loan. Yeah, we were. But the issue is, one, they wanted us to cover all his wages, which is like 300k, right, or something along them lines. And secondly, there was something about game time and United and there was another thing that United just basically said no. Pretty much. What else have you got going on? Cass, your tribute was a class act, by the way. Great job. Much respect. Big up, man. It's just remember people. I know I don't really want to keep going on. I'd rather just forget in a sense, but remember, we're just humans at the end of the day, and we just talk shit to one another about football. So a bar all the flipping rivalry stuff, like you just got to get rid of that out your minds. Just say, mate, if it was you lot, and if I found out one of my regular watchers has passed away, mate, I'd get upset. Do you know what I mean? Like, God forbid, obviously, like stuff for the law. Like, but for me, there's more life to football, as Ben is saying. But I'm just like generally, if I found out one of you lot and I see you regular, obviously I need to know your names. And if you're here as a starter, like, and you're gonna get to know me, you know, I'm an emotional person. You know, I'm very reactive at times as well. Logical, but I can be very reactive. It's something like, God forbid, again, it's something I'll get upset because it's just a human thing. You know, like when you find out someone passes, like, yeah, and it's had somewhat small impacts in your life, it will still make you upset. So that's that. But yeah, beyond that, did someone say money? Did someone say selling? Because I was smelling money coming in United's account. And not a lot of it, but maybe just enough. Maybe just enough. You know, United's looking for a midfielder. And we all said, you know, Douglas Luiz, 25 million Sancho. Hey, mate, maybe put the Sancho and Anthony budget and maybe even the savings on whatever Rashford's. Go put down a striker. You know what, love? You know what? Cool, that's fine. The cash is there. Go pay for that. You know, the installments don't have to be that much. Anthony Elanga, allegedly at the moment is in talks. Again, I'm not even gonna deny it or confirm it. It's always allegedly, right? But from what we've seen from Fabrizio, David Ornstein, there's this bid that's gone in there. I don't know if you don't know about it. 55 million. Some of you said there's a +5, but all I know is it says 55 million. Ben Jacobs reported it as well. That's like, you know, how much profit. So remember this, it's not the whole fee, it's just the profit of the fee. So if we sold him for 15, 40 million of that profit, potentially 45, depending on how the negotiations go. It looks like Newcastle want to land this man. That's going to be one of their bigger signs of the window. We take 20%, rumored again. So whatever that is, we get something maybe along the lines of 8-9 million of that profit. Fine, love that, brilliant. So little bit of cash. Real Madrid after the Club World Cup. Alvaro Fernandez, we hold a 40 to 50% sell-on clause. His release clause is 42 million, and Benfica last time didn't budge. And they're certainly not going to budge now, knowing they got even more money from the Club World Cup. So that's even better. So that could be a good 16 to 20 million, depending on what it really is. 21 million. I don't know. But all I know, yeah, that makes up about anything between, let's just say 23, 25 million. Let's just call it for that sake. Garnacho money. No, we forgot about that guy. That's like what, 45 million? Pure profit. Get gas with me. Get gas with me. What name am I thinking about? You know, we could have shopped at the Douglas Luiz shop, and we still can, by the way, because if we shop at the Douglas Luiz shop, maybe we can go get a goalie. You know, Prem proven as well. Opportunity, market opportunity. We love that one. There's a certain number one target that we've been looking at Atalanta for a while now. We bid 51 million or something, rumored around them times last year. It got rejected. They wanted 60 odd million. We couldn't afford it. Who am I talking about? Because I'm doing the maths here. And remember, pure profit. So we got leeway as well. Gives an E. Anyone guess the name yet? Anyone guess the name yet? I don't even know what his first name is. Is that his first name or is that his last name? Hell no. All I know is that he's Brazilian. Plays at Atalanta. Very good player. Top player. Edison. His name's Edison. I feel like we can up the game. You know, what happens with the striker? Let it be. It looks like Walton's the priority, you know, but the GYOKERES stuff is still going on. Probably apparently we're in calls every day to understand the situation. Remember that one Fabrizio was running for like two weeks? Edison. I'm smelling Edison. I don't care if he's linked to Juventus. They're not going to pay up. What they want? What do they want again? They want like 55 million or something along them lines. If United can go and shop in the Italian market for Edison because everything goes to plan. By the way, remember, everything needs to go the way it needs to go. Nothing ever goes the way it needs to go with Man United. I'm going to put that out there as a CAS exclusive. Yeah, just let me CAS light for a moment. If Edison's available, you better go and get him. More than Douglas Luiz. Special player. For me, special player. Honestly, I love Manu Kone. Yeah, you know how much I like Manu Kone. And now a lot of you are seeing what he can do, how he was for Roma. Guys, he's a joke. You see him for France as well. Comes on the pitch and he makes a difference. Well, how about the guy that bossed him when he was playing for Atalanta? How about the guy that ran the game? Yeah, this is when Manu Kone played. Couldn't get near him, by the way. Couldn't get near him. This guy, if you need everything you need in an athlete, in first phase, he's good enough. I wouldn't say he's spectacular like a Sanderberg, but I'm telling you, he's still up there. He's very composed. He's a super progressive player, and he likes to play aggressive. Why look further than that, man? It's like having Douglas Luiz and sprinkling MSG on him. There you go, you get Edison. If you can go get me Edison this window and then Watkins, an elite ball carrier, that's when you can start saying on paper, when you do up all your predictions, thinking, oh, this might be a serious side. This could be a really good team. And I'm being genuine here. I'm not even trying to gas up. No, I'm being dead serious. If I see myself with MBEUMO, Watkins, Cunha obviously is there, and I see Edison as the target that Man United are trying to go and get, oh, I swear this is somehow you've injected steroids into Manchester United. I don't know who shit the bed, but someone's done the shit in the bed and it's gone correct. The last part is the goalkeeper part. Please don't rule that out. If that gets ruled out, and I know it says Anana is looking likely to stay. Oh my God, I forgot about that other chump as well that plays up front for us. If he goes as well with Højlund, I'm finished. I'm done. I don't even think I need to do any more transfer. I'll just do gas mode videos every day. That's what I'd be doing. That's what I'd be doing. See the vision, breathe the vision, smell the vision. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get into your minds. We might be back. Get me a keeper. If you don't get me a keeper, dream's gone. Hire me at Manchester United. I'm the giddy merchant around here. I'm basically like the cheerleader online. Obviously, I'm not going to cheerlead for no men. Obviously not, but you know, just for my own thoughts. But yeah, man. What the hell is Mark and Spencer's? Oh, the shopping. The shopping. Okay, yeah, my bad. Dumb moment. What is your ideal 11 then, Cass, if everything goes right? All right, cool. The ideal 11 for me, before I shut out and then go raid someone. Remember, I'm going to be back at 9. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, there's 450 of you in here. If you haven't subscribed, I do go live every day. I am going live at 9 a.m. in the morning as well. So if there's any early birds out there and you go and work, whatever, I'm there. It's all there. It's all good. Then it'll be nice to see a few of you along that line. But my ideal 11 would be, I'm not going to act like I know a lot about him, but I still want that Vanya Milenkovic-Savic, the one that used to play for United. I still really want him in goal. One, because he's good on penalties. That would be good down the line for when, if there is a penalty shootout or moments in the league where we need to save penalties to save us some point, I reckon he can definitely go a long way. I would like him. He's cheap, cheerful. You know, even if it goes wrong, you're not gonna cry about it. Obviously the back three is the back three, the licked in the middle. I would like to see more of Heaven as well. Euro, Mazraoui. I don't care what order that is, but I would like to see that. I think that the wing backs, Ahmad at wing back, because he adds a different dimension, more like a winger. I don't think you need him to. I don't think in an ideal situation, in terms tactically, I don't think he needs to do as much defending as he needs to. He's got a great work rate and an engine on him, but it's like I really want to see him attack a lot more. I want to see us take the game to a lot more teams and be effective. In the middle, look, it's not my ideal 11 doesn't include Bruno. A lot of you know that I don't like Bruno as much as the next person, but I can appreciate him. And he's going to stay in the team. So right now, Bruno's in my team. Edison's there because I'm going to have to be realistic. I'd rather have Edison and Bruno if that's allowed. I'd love that. Then obviously Cunha and MBEUMO. And you know what? I'm going to say it now. I think I'm more sold on Watkins than I am GYOKERES at the moment. Just because of the fact that Watkins is open to United, and I think I can't really get past the Prem proven thing either. So that's that. We need a lot more elite ball crossers. Edison, by the way, crossed the ball very well, by the way. If you see him flick it into Lookman, have a little look at that. Back post, he does it so many times. Bruno's decent at crossing and MBEUMO's good at crossing. But it would be nice to get a wing back. The last part is, and obviously you're asking me for my ideal 11, I still can't work out my left wing back. I still got faith in Dorgu. He's only been around for a few months. Give him a chance, please. Diogo Leon, I know he's got that mentality talk. He wants to take the chance. I love that about that kid, right? But let's see what he's about. I see what you mean now as well. Jarvis, by the way, I see what you mean. He does like to drive centrally at times. So that's actually, you know what? That's not a bad thing. I quite like that. I got told by some of you lot he's technically not there from the updated compilation SVMM on YouTube. So write that down. Go have a little look for yourself. He looks technically capable. And if you look at some of the pitches he plays on, boy. Anyways, but I'd really like a left wing back that's got a really nice delivery. And I don't know who that is. So I can't really give you one personally. I would like someone that's got a bit of a whip on him. You know what? If you want to go shop in the Premier League, someone who's a little bit older, I'm going to say his name. The one that plays for Fulham, Anthony Robinson. If he's available for a nice price, I'd be all over that. But I don't know how much he is. And also, he's homegrown. He's classed as homegrown. And he's got English citizenship, doesn't he? He's born in Milton Keynes. So I would go down that route. Athletic, technically sound. Don't really need him to be defensively capable enough. I really like him. So, no, SVMM. This is his YouTube. So this is the guy's YouTube. He does all different compilations. He's done an updated version of Diogo Leon's last 18 games or something like that. Something stupid. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, I don't know. That's it. But we're gonna go back for some more news. Again, loads of you in here. If you can smash the likes. What are we on? We're on 154 likes. If there's a one final push, amazing. If you haven't subscribed, amazing. Any updates for tomorrow? Trust me, I'll be there at 9 anyways to make up a situation of some sort because we got to do what we got to do in it. But probably more of a debate topic, if anything. That's what you got to do sometimes, isn't it? I've got to put more of an opinion on certain things. But I don't make up sources though. The one thing I don't like is making up rumors. Like I've seen that a little bit. I've seen like, wait, where's that source? I go look online. I don't see anything. Like, where have you got that from? So yeah, who's live though? Can we go raid someone? Who can we go and raid people? I can imagine that this cast community, you lot are all really good at raiding. So and you would literally go and say, look, there's 400 odd people in there, 450. We can go flood someone for 450. I like helping channels out if I can. If people help me out, I help them out. Vice versa. It doesn't really matter, to be fair. They don't even have to help me out. Touchlines. Oh, only touchline. Well, there we go. Touchline's live. So we can probably go and raid him then. There we are. I'm going to be back tomorrow. And then that's that. Hopefully you lot have a blessed day. Don't feel too down. And yeah, we move.